We are very fortunate. We just wrapped up our tour of the school buildings where we have a board meeting in each one of our buildings, and we're privileged to have student presentations at each one of those. Building stops along the way, starting back in, when did we start? So back in February? February, March, April, May, back in February when we started. It's just a tribute to the wonderful work that's happening in our buildings and the wonderful work that our students are doing. One of the projects that take place over at Langston is a STEM project that Mrs. Olaes runs with her students, where they take a look at real-world problems and figure out actual ways to solve them and come up with solutions for them. And I was made aware of a project that one of our students did, who is here with us this evening, Isabelle Olaes, and I thought this would be a great presentation for our board. So even though we've already been to Langston, this took place after our meeting there. So I would like to welcome Isabelle and her support team here this evening to talk about higher expectations for students with disabilities. So welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time and thanks for listening. Superintendent John Schill, thank you for inviting us to speak tonight. I'm Isabelle Olaes, and this is my sister Claudia. We are going to present my 7th grade STEM class project. Our class was asked to brainstorm a list of problems that we would like to try to solve in a school community. I chose improve special education. Higher expectations for students with disabilities must be the norm, not the exception, said by Arnie Duncan, Secretary of the U.S. Department of Education. The problem is threefold. The expectations for students with disabilities are low. For example, muffin day, picking up the recycling, and doing the laundry. We have to want to change, but in order for change to happen, you have to be willing to take the time and make the effort. My dad always said that change is a good thing. However, some people may feel threatened to the point of resisting change. We have to change our perceptions on how we see people with disabilities. People with disabilities can do great things with hard work. The solution is threefold. If we have higher expectations for students with disabilities, we can increase his or her chances of being productive and independent lives to the maximum extent possible, writes Law, Special Education Law. All children should leave school ready for college and or career, said by Arnie Duncan, U.S. Department of Education Secretary. Special educators should take responsibility for the success of their students. Again, words from Arnie Duncan, U.S. Department of Education Secretary. In other words, take accountability. Look at yourself in the mirror. How do we do this? Students with disabilities must be challenged. His or her day in school must be meaningful and purposeful. If you really want to push muffin day, recycling, and laundry, then once a student with disabilities masters the skills of muffin time, picking up their cycling, doing the laundry, and all the life skills associated with these tasks, we must move on and forward to learn new skills. We must take the time to understand the unique needs, gifts, and talents, and learning styles of each student with a disability so we can customize an effective learning plan for them. A survey was taken with my classmates. Question 1. Should special educators have higher expectations for students with disabilities? 20 said yes, and 0 said no. Question 2. Do you think students in special ed are being challenged? 0 said yes, and 20 said no. Question 3. Do you think having higher expectations for students with disabilities is possible? 20 said yes and 0 said no. I got an A+ in this project, but I'm going to tell you, I didn't do it for the grade. I did it because I want change. I did it because things need to change. Things have to change. We have a serious crisis here. Crisis. When written in Chinese, the word crisis is composed of 2 characters. One represents danger, and the other represents opportunity. John F. Kennedy. Wei G. Crisis. Wei stands for danger. G stands for opportunity. Wei, the danger. Has anyone ever been in room 200? Has anyone ever been on the website? Well, welcome to room 200. If we click on the class information tab, we get the students in room 200 at Langston Middle School follow a functional curriculum in which they learn everyday tasks and life skills to develop their reading, math, spelling, communication, and social skills to the maximum of their diverse abilities. A critical part of their curriculum is learning to follow both written and verbal directions and, by doing so, complete tasks correctly, accurately, and in sequence. Sounds good? Okay. Well, let's see what happens when we click on the class activities tab. Recycling paper, newspapers, cans, bottles, cardboard, and plastic is very important to the environment. Our students collect the recycled items from every classroom, office, and board office once or twice a week. Reduce, reuse, recycle, respect. In other words, do you have any garbage for me to pick up? Let's continue. Delicious muffins, tasty cupcakes. Every Friday we bake them for sale throughout the school. But don't forget, we take the time to prep every Thursday too. And also, we take additional time to get on the bus and make a grocery or Walmart run. But hey, look at those delicious muffins. Let's move on. Student information, tests, IEPs, or other competent documents can be picked up by one of our Wonder Wagons and shredded for recycling. Call it a Wonder Wagon, or whatever you like. It's a garbage wagon used for picking up the garbage. Let's click on the class photos tab. Here is a Langston Middle School student from room 200 picking up a laundry basket full of paper and throwing it away outside in the recycling container or garbage dumpster. Here is a Langston Middle School student in room 200 doing the laundry. Usually in school districts in America in the 21st century, laundry and garbage and recycling are handled by custodians who are paid employees. By having students perform these functions, by having students with disabilities perform these functions, we are deriving an economic benefit while disguising it as education. I have to tell you, the U.S. Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights would probably ask these 2 questions. 1. Is the non-disabled student population in Langston Middle School required to collect other people's garbage and wash other people's laundry? 2. Is this the only way we can teach these skills to these students? I'm guessing the answer to both of these questions would be no. But the most important question of all is, why? This is a picture of delicious muffin day. This is a picture of what they stock up on after a grocery or Walmart run. I'm not sure if the nickels, dimes, and quarters you see are the proceeds from Muffin Day, or we're just counting how much change we have. We were told that the proceeds from Muffin Day go towards Special Olympics. Sure, it's a noble cause. But how noble is it really when there's an opportunity cost lost? When that opportunity cost that is lost is time. Time that could have been used to do something more meaningful and purposeful. Time that we can never get back. calendar tab. Okay, if we prep for Muffin Day on Thursdays, then bake and sell on Fridays, that's 2 days out of the week. That's 8 days out of the month. That is 72 days out of 9 months, give or take holidays. And I'm not including the grocery or Walmart runs, or the time lost picking up and throwing away recycling or garbage, or the time lost doing laundry. 72 days. 72 days equals 1,728 hours, equals 103,680 minutes, equals 6,220,800 seconds. My point here is, make every day count. Make every hour count. Make every minute count. Make every second count. This is a flyer posted in Langston Middle School. Reminder, muffins and cupcakes for sale. Made fresh every Friday by the Healthy Can Kids of Langston Middle School, room 200. 25 cents each. Seems harmless at first, but actually, it's quite painful. Here's an actual worksheet that one of the students was given in room 200. How many nickels equal a dime? What season comes after summer? Count by 25. It's not a bad worksheet when used appropriately in regards to present levels of performance. But what if that worksheet was way below the student's present level of performance, and that worksheet was repeatedly done over and over again? And when the parent asked why his child was doing that worksheet, the answer by the teacher was, because everyone in the class does it. And when the parent asked for additional worksheet that his child had been working on, the reply by the teacher was, I'll have to look for it. And the parent said, he'll wait. Please get the worksheets now. Please. Only to find out the worksheets had to do with recipes? The question is no longer why. The question now is, what the hell is going on here? I never agreed to Muffin Day. Well, if you haven't guessed it yet, those worksheets were given to our brother, Ethan. Ethan is a musical genius. He has perfect pitch. He can play the most complicated music. He picks up musical instruments so quickly. He plays the piano, the classical guitar, the violin, the cello, and the bass. Here are some compliments about him. I continue to be amazed at his musical skill. Harriet Thomas, director of Oberlin School Orchestra. What takes a conservatory student 6 months to learn, he learns in a month. Yelena Laskova, piano, Cleveland Music Institute, Oberlin Community Music and Conservatory. He has consistently improved at a rate unprecedented in my 7 years as a music teacher. He blows my other students out of the water. Crispin Swain, classical guitar, Oberlin Conservatory. As a Juilliard-trained pianist at a young age, recent Oberlin Conservatory graduate student, and worked with children and adults for over 5 years teaching piano and improvisation, I have not met someone talented, unique, and exceptional as even as a pianist. Anna Park, piano, Juilliard and Oberlin Conservatory. G, the opportunity. Now this is the opportunity part that President JFK is talking about in the Chinese character, crisis. We have here the opportunity to say, hey, what we are doing is not right. It doesn't make sense. It is not working. How can we do it better? We have to do it better. We have here the opportunity to learn from our mistakes and change what is not working in special education and start by having higher expectations. We have here the opportunity to collaborate and work together to create a state-of-the-art model that can not only help our brother Ethan, but other students as well. We have here the opportunity to change lives and make a significant difference. We came to Oberlin to try to autism and taking his musical talent and building a curriculum around it. What better place to figure out a twice exceptional musical curriculum for a musically gifted child than Oberlin? I asked, why not? There are those who look at things the way they are and ask, why? I dream of things they never were and ask, why not? Finally, we wanted to share to everyone what advocacy is all about. A former employee from the Ohio Department of Education wrote this to my dad. Dear Carp, the righteous man moves forward to protect his family and save his children from a world that does not always demonstrate an appreciation of their needs. If the world burns, the righteous man and his family toast marshmallows in the bonfire, knowing that their actions work powers positive change for all. Thank you so much.